Hello, boys and girls. Yesterday, we talked about point of view in a story, and we read the true story of the Three Little Pigs, and we talked about the point of view in the story. Today, the element we are going to be talking about is tone. Tone is the attitude or the approach that the author takes when writing a story. So in the story, the true story of the Three Little Pigs, we're going to talk about the tone. So at the beginning of the story right here, there's the wolf, and he says, "I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong." So right there, the author is setting the tone for the story. He's letting you know that they're going to use some slang terms in the story, and it's going to be kind of funny. Right here in this part of the story, the wolf is going to his neighbor's house to borrow some sugar. He says, "I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar." Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. The word bright here is used in a different way than we would normally use it. Usually when we use the word bright, we talk about bright lights or the sun being bright. But here he's describing his neighbor as being bright. Let's see what that means. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw? So when he says his neighbor is not very bright, he means his neighbor is not very smart. Another thing we can focus on with tone is the tone of voice. And depending on the way that you say something, it can change the meaning of it. So here, I'm going to read this part from the wolf. This was after he accidentally blew down the straw house. He says, "It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate it up." Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. So if I read it in that way, it makes the wolf sound less guilty. If I read it in this way, he sounds a little more angry and a little more scary as a big bad wolf. "It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate it up." Now, if we read the story like that, we would definitely think that the wolf was guilty. On this part of the story, I'm going to show you the difference between the tone of voice of the pig. So here he is, the wolf has come to the pig who lives in the brick house. And the pig says, "Get out of here, wolf, don't bother me." So if the pig said it in that tone of voice, then it wouldn't show that he was scared. But if we read it like this, "Get out of here, wolf, don't bother me again," that would show that the pig would be very scared. So depending on our tone of voice, it changes how the pig is feeling. Now it's your turn. At the very end of the story, the wolf says, "That's it, the real story, I was framed." I want you to use your tone of voice to say, "I was framed," based on the way you think the wolf would have said it. See you later.